Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 2026 USA Jigsaw Nationals Parish Prelim. Welcome. We're so excited to have you guys here this morning. We just want to go through a couple of things before we get started, and then we'll get you puzzling as fast as possible. So, some reminders. I think so many of you already know these things, but so far you've done a great job of not opening the bag on your table because, as you guys know, there's an unreleased puzzle in there for you to do, and that's unreleased thanks to our awesome sponsor, Ravensburger. Let's give them a round of applause. As you're making sure you're all set, make sure all your belongings are under your tables, out of the way of our awesome volunteer judges. Give the judges a round of applause. And we know there's been some teammate swaps and things like that due to different circumstances. If that's you, just mark your new teammate on your name tags there, and we'll get those changes made. Thanks. If you have other changes like grammar and your city, things like that, there's a link on the attendee info webpage to make those kinds of changes. Make sure all distractions are turned off, phone, everything like that. You don't want to distract a neighbor. You don't want to distract yourself. Speaking of distractions also, please remember that you're at a shared table. Please be an awesome puzzle neighbor and make sure you stay on your side. Make sure you keep your volume at a reasonable level. I say that and immediately everyone starts elbowing each other. And speaking of that, the tag board on your table, it has to stay there. It has to stay there, but you can move it around as long as it doesn't impact your neighbor. So let's talk really quick about the competition, and then we'll get you puzzling. So you are in Parish Prelim A. There are 200 pairs in this room. That math should be right. The top 100 of you will advance to the finals, so the top half. You have an hour and 15 minutes, 1.25 hours. That's what I wrote. I've had some sleep. It's fine. To complete 500 pieces of your puzzle in your bag. As a reminder, especially for anyone who's newer to this, we will do a countdown. Once the countdown is done, the timer on the screen will start. That's when you can open your bag and start puzzling. If you open your bag and the box inside of your bag has seals that have not been cut for some reason, even though we had an awesome team who cut everything and packed those things faster than you can imagine. If that happens, just raise your hand and a volunteer will come and help you out. I think they have a really awesome system actually of swapping things for you so that you have a puzzle ready to go immediately. But don't stress and don't struggle with it. Just let someone know and they will start your time as soon as you have the right puzzle. As you're getting close to completion, if you feel that you don't have someone around you, you can do a little hand raise to make sure a volunteer knows. But these volunteers have been awesome, so they're generally going to know when you're getting close. And as you put in your last piece of the puzzle, throw your hands up to let them know everything's in there, you're done, and you're so excited about it. If you notice that you have any missing pieces, let the volunteer know as soon as you recognize that you don't have that last piece and you have a space that you need to fill, and they will start a 10-second countdown. If they get to the end of the 10 seconds, your time will stop, and that's your penalty, and that's it. If you find your piece sooner, they'll stop your time sooner. That happens for a couple of pieces. You still only have the 10-second penalty. If we get to the end of the competition and you are still assembling, don't stress. We're still going to count your pieces completed. You'll start piling up your pieces. I'll give you more instructions at the end if that happens. But anything that you've completed in clusters of 2 or more, even if it's outside of the puzzle, will count. Couple quick housekeeping things. Once we get done today, we'll have the pairs, we'll have teams, and then if you guys are still around, I want to remind you we have the final speed run tonight at 7:30 p.m. That'll be in the convention area, and there's also a VR Villa speed puzzle tournament downstairs from 12 to 2, so if you want to do even more puzzling, You've got options there, and then you've got all of the special competitions in the room next door, thanks to Cobble Hill. Make sure to check those out. I think there may be some spaces still open. So, with all of that, you guys start getting up. Get ready. I want to hear, scream it loud, are you ready to puzzle? All right, we're going to count down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, puzzle!
Okay, everybody, this is the 2026 USA Jigsaw Nationals, and I am your host, Valerie Coit, and I am joined by two delightful co-hosts today who are pairs who puzzle in the next prelim. I thought it'd be great to get their perspective on a pairs round, so can you guys introduce yourselves?
I am Matt Nettlow.
I'm Kyle Kossin.
Yeah, and let's take a look at this puzzle right out of the gate, right? We got to see what you think. This is, the puzzle is titled Oceana by Shane Kohler.
I think it's really pretty. I would be excited to pull this one out of the bag.
Yeah?
It's a very busy underwater scene.
Yes, it is pretty busy. A lot of those things, it's bright colors, right? But there are not a lot of pieces for each of those little kind of sections.
And the colors are a little bit all over, but there are some nice textures, so that'll give people a little bit to work with.
A little bit muted, too, so I wonder what the pieces themselves look like.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see that because, like you said, it's sort of a soft pastel kind of muted color palette compared to like the Radina Tilly one that we saw yesterday. So yeah, here we go. We've got our telestrator ready to go so we can talk about this in detail. Where do you think people are going to be starting with this puzzle? What would be your guys' first kind of area to attack?
That yellow fish over the top, none of the projects get you very far. It's going to be a matter of picking out small little sections and like the jellyfish down the bottom left.
Yep.
Maybe the pattern on the turtle's leg there.
Oh,
out at the bottom.
Yeah, that could totally be one of those things that like sticks out when you're puzzling. Yep.
I think it is going to be tough as a pairs puzzle, though, because it's a little bit hard to divide and conquer. You got to be communicating throughout to let your teammate know what you're going to pull.
There's definitely some textures that stand out to me. I like the kind of tree texture in that beige section, and I like this texture there as well.
Yeah, you're right. It does you've got some, like you said, like interesting lines and lots of clues.
I think if you kind of pulled out kind of some of the yellow beigey pieces, you could kind of separate them easily by texture and put them in the right spot.
Are you thinking, because I kind of wonder if these little corners here too, where you've got like, that's kind of a distinctive color and there's not a lot going on there, so those might stick out, those pieces where you've got this kind of area, over here with these green. I'm curious if that would be something that people will pull as well.
I think that's a good option for a pair, for one person to take that kind of water
almost
section.
Like you take the top, I'll start from the bottom maybe, and then you start to come together when it's getting all the stuff in the middle.
Turtle and
One really nice thing about this image, I don't think there's any particularly tough section. I think a close is going to be a lot of scattered gaps throughout the puzzle. There's no like one big solid color section. Everything has good detail.
I suspect the same thing. I mean, this too will stick out, this like dark section. Those puzzle pieces are going to look a lot different than the rest of them probably, other than the leg maybe. So I do think you'll see people pulling that little grouping as well.
And often the instinct is kind of to avoid dark, but if it's just a small section and everything else is very pastel-y, then that could really stand out and be attacked early.
Yep. No, it is a beautiful image. Just seeing it big on the screen, it's like, oh, there and there, that's just gorgeous. Like, oh, we're so excited. We saw this puzzle in the mix as one that we could use because it's just so beautiful. Totally the kind of thing I like. I like these ones that are like kind of animal or, undersea focused. I really like that.
I realize now that, a lot of people are thinking we might have a puzzle tied to the aquarium here in Atlanta.
Oh,
and
that's actually a really good point. I don't think we tried to do that, but that's a great. We'll take credit for it. Yes, that was what we were doing. Yep, we were like trying to evoke the aquarium in Atlanta. No, that is a really good point. I mean, it does really go well with that. Did you visit the aquarium yet?
I haven't yet, but I know many have. Yeah.
I mean, I do think hopefully people are excited. I mean, this is such a different atmosphere from yesterday for individuals when it's so quiet in here and everybody's just intently focused. I think it's a little more boisterous in the room when you've got the pairs going. But yeah, I mean, are you just like, why am I in B? I want to be doing this one.
Well, I'm sure we'll have something great as well. But this is one I definitely want to be taken home. I think a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah, I think that it's just going to be a really fun one. What do you guys think as far as speed? I mean, is this going to be a little tougher one to do super speedy?
I think we're going to see some very fast times.
You think?
My perception on what a really fast pair is capable of is not as great as solo, for example, but we may see low 20s on this, possibly faster.
Okay.
That's kind of what I had in mind too. I think the sections on this puzzle are just a really good size. You know, you got 10, 15 piece sections. Like those are just, they assemble really quickly if you can pick those pieces.
Right. It's not like a Where's Waldo where everything's super, super tiny and like you're going to have multiple things on one piece. You are going to have some little tiny workable sections with like a handful of puzzle pieces. So yeah, I do think you're right on that too. Yeah, it's we have some amazing pairs in this. So when you talk about, you know, the time and what we're going to be looking at, maybe right around the 20-minute mark, I think that's very possible considering who is in this round. Right there on your screen, you're seeing Hannah Doyle and her pair partner. Caitlin, yep. And, you know, they're going to be, of course, really strong, I think. I mean, this whole first row, I feel like this could just be anybody's game,
I mean,
right?
The pairs field is so deep. I mean, I see pairs even in the teens that, I mean, could potentially finish quite high. And,
exactly.
You know, it's a stacked field for sure.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because I think, like Chris Namer, I think he's an example. Wasn't he on the podium last year? And he's at table 15.
So Chris was with Hannah last year. I think they got 8th place.
Yeah.
And I see right next to them, Kylie and Katie, two younger contestants from Indiana who did very well yesterday. So
exactly.
Could be a pair to watch.
We got the former national champion in here with Alice Rowe.
Right.
With Hannah.
Hannah.
Also extremely fast, of course.
Hannah,
the Hannahs in the front row are pretty stacked up there.
Oh, my gosh. We have 3 Hannahs in the front row, Hannah Scott, Hannah Sigler, and Hannah Doyle, and they're all incredibly fast. And, yeah, we've got, you know, Mari and Hannah Sigler at table number 2. And, I mean, yeah, it's like you said, it's a deep field.
And I think we got to talk about table number 3, right? I mean,
yes.
We've had so many close finishes the past few years between Sarah and Lauren and the Reuter sisters, and they did a little partner swap this year, that's pretty fascinating.
I know. I absolutely love that they're doing that and that they're just like, hey, let's try something new this year. And so instead of their usual pairings, they've swapped out. So it's interesting, though, because I feel like, and I don't know if this was intentional on Heather's part, Heather Mueller, who puts together all of this, which props to Heather, man. Somebody shared stats with us last night. The distribution of finishes to their table assignment was spot on. It was like, I was at table 49. I finished 49th. It was like insane how accurate it was last night. We were so excited when one of our volunteers, Jacob, shout out Jacob, shared these graphs with us. And we were like, what?
I saw even more accurate than JPAR or like speedpuzzling.com belt rankings.
I think from now on, we just consult Heather's brain. We're like, okay, Heather, where would you put this person? And that's what we do going forward. But yeah, she did an amazing job of like assigning tables and sort of, you know, ranking these participants. But I do think it's funny because we've got Lauren and Kathy in this round. They're not competing against Sarah and Jean until the final. So we don't get the head-to-head matchup today. They're going to be in different prelims.
So if they finish in the same spot in these races today, though, they could be sharing a table in the final.
Which would be amazing. I know that's what they're really hoping for. It would be funny if Lauren and Kathy place and then those two try to gauge their finish to be like right around there, because I know they would really like to do that. But yeah, this is just going to be so much fun. I mean, we're already at the 9-minute mark, and you know, how are we doing on progress? What are you seeing? I mean, we can see Alice and Hannah right from
Definitely
here.
see some borders coming together. Alice and Hannah, they look like they're making good progress. It's a little tough to tell from this angle what they're working on exactly, but.
Yep. We're going to cut to the overheads a little bit. I just heard there's a few technical things, so they're getting it straightened out, but then we'll be going to that. Oh, here we go. Yep, there's the overhead
so
shot.
They actually did go for the water early on.
Yeah, they did. So I was right on that. Yay. Yeah, that helped give them a little.
You see some other little islands starting to come together, some of the pink and cream colors.
Kyle, you mentioned that yellow fish. There it is right away. It was like the American flag yesterday on the Porch Days puzzle. That was, we all were like, well, that'll be the first thing everybody does, and it was.
Yeah, this is how I expected it to go. Looking very splotchy, kind of pick and place as you determine what the most distinct sections are, but none of them get you very far.
So this is our tables 3 and 4. So we got Kathy Reuter and Lauren Krautz on the left, and Caitlin McCluskey and Hannah.
Oh, that's actually Emma.
Mindy and Emma. Sorry, I can't read today.
So Min and Emma will be commentating in the next round, so we got to get a handle on that.
I know. If they win, sorry you guys, you're gonna have to wait till the next prelim because you're the host, so you're gonna have plenty of chance to talk about the puzzle. But yes, that's Evan.
They're a very fast pair as well.
Yes. Yeah, I'm super excited. They're new to the co-hosting desk, as are you, Matt. You were here last year as a winner, like as a person who competed well, but now you're hosting.
So yeah, it's very exciting. I don't know if it is for the audience or not, but it is for me.
I'm sure they're gonna love you, Matt. Like you're gonna have a bright future in commentating. I can tell. No, you guys have brought some great comments already, but yeah, I just can't wait to see how everybody progresses.
Well, Hannah and Caitlin are making great progress there.
On the left, Hannah and Caitlin, and then we got Jennifer Sipple and Jasmine Lambert on the right. Actually, I'm thinking right now, Caitlin and Hannah look like they might have a slight lead.
I think they're ahead of the ones we've seen.
Yeah.
They've got some islands going, and they're starting to connect them together, and that's going to make it go a lot faster.
And
Very
guess
promising.
what they did? That kind of weird brain coral in the middle that you called out, Matt, that like kind of cream colored section.
It really does. The texture there stands out from most of the rest of the puzzle, I think so.
Hannah and Caitlin, they have the advantage of being local, like living near each other, which is not the case for a lot of these top pairs.
Right.
Many ask, I competed with Hannah as my teammate at the World Championship, and people wonder why we didn't pair up again, and it's because they've got that solid local.
Yeah, so this is Kelly
local
Burr and
setup.
Karen Nill on the left, and Emma Williamson and Annabelle Platt on the right there. We talked to Emma quite a bit yesterday during the Prelim D. So how are you feeling about the competition overall thus far? I mean, I think you both did really well yesterday, right? You're both advancing to the individual finals.
Right.
And you were in Prelim D. Kyle,
I was in A.
You were in A.
At the start, yeah.
Yeah. Feeling good about yesterday? I mean, Kyle, you
for sure.
crushed it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was very happy with the puzzle I got, and I love the venue this year. Everything that's going on, it's so much fun.
Oh,
and
good.
Just the atmosphere is so positive this year. Last year felt a little hectic. There was a whole convention going on outside of what we were doing, but this year, all puzzles.
Yeah.
Everyone's on the same page.
All puzzles all the time.
Yeah.
It really is spectacular. I mean, there's so much going on, you can't even do it all. If you love all the puzzle things, so it's. You kind of got to pick and choose a little bit, but.
I know it is. It's hard because, I mean, there's the seminars and just, all the vendors. And what's crazy is you go talk to the vendors, it's like, I feel like they know who puzzlers are, it's like this weird connection with the customer that's like a little different maybe than a lot of other things. So we always are hearing from them, like they just love meeting all the puzzlers and they feel like they know each other already because they watch on socials or they see people on the live stream.
And they've come up with so many creative things down in the convention hall to engage people here. So it's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. That's awesome. And I mean, again, props to Ravensburger because they're just killing it with these puzzles. I mean, I just think all of the ones yesterday, everybody in the chat was like, well, getting all of those, so thanks, gonna hurt my wallet watching this stream because all I want to do is get all those puzzles. Speaking of, we had lots of questions around that, so we tried to get clarification. All of the USA Jigsaw Nationals puzzles will be on sale on the Ravensburger website on Monday. So for those of you who aren't here, you can go to the Ravensburger website, and as of Monday, they will be available for you to order. Not going to appear in stores quite yet. I think that's, that'll come eventually, but if you're wanting to get your hands on them right away, the way to go is to order them online for sure.
That's one of my favorite things that's happening in speed puzzling right now. I mean, here in the U.S., we've been lucky to get a lot of customs from Ravensburger over the years, but now they're starting to do that for other national championships as well, like the UK and Canada last year. So many new puzzles.
Oh, yeah, we're in that same boat. It's fun to be on the other side of it and not be an organizer and see what other people are doing and then watch the Canada live stream and be like, I want all those puzzles too. Yeah, no, it's been great.
It really is nice to have so many more speed puzzling friendly images, because a lot of times in the past, the 500-piece puzzles have been 500-piece because they're like pretty hard puzzles. To get ones that are, very, very speed puzzle friendly is nice.
So a little bit ago, we saw Hannah and Alice, and you could really see them making some serious progress.
They are getting pretty far along.
Yeah, and
we're at 15 minutes.
Exactly. We're at 15 minutes, and I'm getting nervous because I'm already like, oh, no, are they going to finish soon already? Yeah, because, look at that, too. There we're seeing another pair that's making a really good project.
That's Chloe and Sky, and that's another pair that practices together a lot. And they both did very well in their individual prelims yesterday as well, so possibly a good finish for them.
Yep. Yeah, they're at table 12. I want it.
Yeah, girls in STEMP, we saw them do very well last year, but because of all of the opportunities they've had to practice together between then and now, I think this year all 4 of them have improved a tremendous amount, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in teams.
Yeah, I think it's so interesting. There are a lot of pairs that are back from last year, but not that many actually live in the same area and get to practice together on a regular basis. So those ones that do have an advantage, I think.
Yeah, and I know Rob had some really good stats on it, and of course now I'm looking through my notes and I'm like, where is it? So out of the top 22 finishers in 2025, 13 of those pairs are back in their same configuration.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's a lot of heavy hitting.
But it is a big difference between, Kyle and I, who haven't seen each other since last nationals, and Chloe and Sky, who puzzle together every day,
Yeah,
so
right. I mean, how do you make the most of that? I mean, do you get together now here and you just want to puzzle, or is it like, yeah, but we don't want to overdo it either? How do you balance that?
Well, yeah, we have practiced a little bit both days, but I mean, that's as well as we can do.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It is a challenge because, you want to save yourself a little bit for the competition, but you also, want to kind of get to know each other and remember how we puzzle together,
Yeah, and that was one of my questions, is when you're practicing, are there things that you're really doing intentionally as a pair to kind of learn how to best to work together? How do you figure that out?
I think it's just a process over time. You do a certain type of puzzle and you realize, oh, we probably needed to do that on this kind of puzzle. And, the more puzzles you can do, the better you're going to, be in sync, right?
Have that shorthand of not having to even maybe talk about it so much, but just kind of know immediately, oh, this is going to be how this should go.
Right.
It's tough, though, because you never know what puzzle you're going to get. So you always have to switch things up a little bit.
Do you have roles in any way? Is like one of you a sorter? Is one of you like, I'm going to focus on this kind of thing? If we get a big area of flat color, I'm going to be the person that's like kind of tackling that. Like, do you have those things figured out? Or do you not want to reveal on the, you not want to give away the secrets?
We haven't been able to get incredibly deep with it, but the basics are usually I'll start with the edges. Matt really likes the sky. If there's something he can work on upside down, he's the guy for that.
Okay. That is one nice thing about Sky. It doesn't really matter if you're right side up with it, right?
Exactly. So it really does depend on the image in terms of what your strategy is going to be out of the gates. How you're going to configure yourself, how you're going to configure the puzzle. Like you see Alice and Hannah doing it with kind of from the side facing the table divider, and some other teams may be doing it right side up, upside down. I don't know, but.
That is a skill for sure, to be able to puzzle upside down when you're part of a pair team. Because if you can do that and it just doesn't throw you off in any way, that's a nice thing to have on your team, to be
Right.
able to position them, because 4 people around a little puzzle is a challenge. I think that's going to be interesting tomorrow, or today actually, in the team prelims, because we switched it up where they have a 500 to start and then 1,000.
So are you telling us it's going to be a little 500? Because there has
just-
been speculation about that.
Oh, well, let me know. What is the speculation? What's the word on the street?
It could be a circle puzzle. It could be a large format 500.
Oh, interesting. I like this.
With a full table, you know.
I'm just saying, when you've got 500 pieces in 8 hands, that's a lot. That's
is.
a
For
lot
sure.
of movement, and that. But I mean, at the same time, those are going to be some incredibly fast finishes, right?
So speaking of fast finishes,
Yeah. Look at this.
we're at 19 minutes, and
Yep.
we are closing in here
So
with
we're
Hannah and
seeing-
Caitlin.
Yep. Hannah and Caitlin are getting close on their lower right there, and then we can see Kathy and Lauren and Emma and Min. And now we're going back to Hannah and Caitlin.
So they are. Looks like they are
Jennifer
going
and
to finish
Jasmine.
with that dark part in
Yep.
the upper right corner.
Oh, yeah, it's getting quiet in here all of a sudden. People are anticipating, because we definitely have a couple of teams who I think are pretty tight. I think right now it's between Hannah and Alice and, or sorry.
Hannah and Caitlin and Hannah and
Hannah and
Alice.
Alice and Hannah. I was like, wait, have I got the right Hannahs? Yeah, and Hannah and Caitlin. Oh, boy. I don't know. I don't know who has the edge on this
Yeah,
right
it looks
now.
like
I
that
think Hannah
they
and
have
Caitlin
different
maybe.
sections left, I think.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how they finish.
Right?
Finishing on that dark section.
So here
Hannah
we are.
and
We're
Caitlin.
just over 20. We're almost to 21 minutes.
But
We're
yeah,
gonna be
they're down
close
to
to that,
10, 15
yep.
pieces.
You see those shaky hands. They know no one's finished.
Yeah, they know no one's finished. But yeah, I think we're looking at our winners.
There we go.
There
Wow.
it is.
Congrats.
Hannah and Caitlin.
Impressive time.
That's impressive. So right around 21-12 potentially. I don't know for sure what it was, but so that 21-minute range, you
Yeah.
nailed it, Kyle.
think
You
I think-
said or low 20s, right around 20. Yep.
I think we're going to get another finish in
It's
the
going to go
21s.
fast. Yep. I think so too. But yeah, you're right. It is a real, like, just lots of little pockets, filling in the pockets. Oh yeah, it's going to be under 22.
There's
21:46.
Alice and Hannah
Excellent
Scott.
job.
Wow. So only about a 34-second difference or so between first and second there. And now we can see in the lower part of your screen there, we got Lauren and Kathy, Emma and Min.
They're both
think
doing,
Laura- yep,
doing great,
They're
but
doing great. And then now you're seeing in the upper part, we got Mari.
I think that's actually Jen
Jen
and
and
Jasmine.
Jasmine.
Oh, sorry. Yep, you're right. Jen and Jasmine.
Two puzzlers that are fairly new to speed puzzling
Yeah.
compared to a lot of the field
And-
here.
Exactly, yeah.
I think Kyle's teamed up with both of them at one point or another.
You
already.
have.
Yeah, so Jasmine was on my team at Worlds, got to know
Okay.
each other, and then also at Winter Carnival this year, I was with
Oh, nice.
Jen and Jasmine.
You're like, you're like the Becca Taylor now, because Becca has this reputation of just floating around and ends up puzzling with all the fastest people.
Oh, it's a blast.
Now it's you, Kyle.
Yeah.
Because Becca's organizing now, so she doesn't get to compete, but now you're getting to do that.
I got to pair with Becca for the first time this year too.
Oh, you did?
At Winter Carnival.
Oh,
we were together.
nice. See, I love that you're like, that people get that opportunity to just float around, puzzle with different people. It's so much fun. I mean, we've seen Mari puzzle with a lot of different folks. Like, she had her Wicked Quick team for a long time, but now they've kind of branched
And
out.
Mari and Hannah Sigler are closing
they're
amazingly
definitely coming
fast.
in.
Wow.
Yep. There it is, 23. Nice. So,
There we see Emma Williamson and Annabelle. They're starting to get a little closer. It looks like from what we've seen so far, maybe Kathy and Lauren will be the next to finish.
Many will remember Emma from her Worlds semifinal finish.
Yep.
The fourth
Yep.
member of our Worlds team.
yeah, we talked about it a little bit on the stream yesterday, which was fun. But yeah, she ended up hanging out with us a long time because Sarah Schuler's mom was competing, and then Sarah wanted to go to her mom. So I was like, all right, you're co-host now, Emma, get over here. which was really fun. She was great. Oh, yeah, and there's Lauren and Kathy.
Oh, Lauren, copy.
There we go. 4th place. Solid finish.
And I think that was their first puzzle ever together, as I understand. So
Is
that's
it?
pretty
Really?
impressive.
Yeah, I did hear that like they weren't going to get a chance to really practice together at all, so that's pretty good.
Here's Chloe and Sky, the other half of Girls in STEM,
Yep.
joining their teammates in the top 5.
Yeah, that is going to be a team tomorrow or today to watch in our team prelims later today for sure. It's going to be just a steady stream of finishes now, I feel like.
There's Jen and Jasmine.
Yep. Because I feel like the 25-minute mark is like, I feel like when I go to a lot of competitions that aren't maybe like this level, that wins in that 25 to 28 kind of range, like that's where you kind of see the winners, right? Like here it's going to be a few minutes faster because you've got such good people. But this is going to be tough for judges because I have a feeling you're going to have so many people between now and like the 30-minute mark finishing. If they're people that compete a lot and do a lot of pairs competitions.
And that is Kylie and Katie.
Oh, nice. Yeah, there it is. We had Kylie on the stream yesterday because she had done really well in her prelim. Yeah, see, there it is. And
So
now Emma.
They're starting to come faster than we
Yeah,
can keep
they
track
are.
of them.
Yes, exactly.
There's Beatrice and Jen.
Oh, that's great. These rounds go so fast with finishes, and so that's why we went to, so just little back knowledge for folks is we used to give an hour and a half for pairs, and then last year I think all the pairs rounds, they all just finished and we would be like done 15 minutes early. We're like, oh, well, I guess we didn't need that time.
Yeah.
So now we switched it this year. We're just doing hour and 15-minute rounds.
There's Lewis and Kate. Lewis, one of our up-and-coming male competitor who's been
Yeah.
dominating the competitions in Chicago, so
Yep.
a name to watch.
Yeah, it was really cool yesterday to see there were 3 tables of, guys puzzling right in a row, which is, unusual because it's like 95%, women competitors in here. So we like to see it. And all doing really well. And then Nathan totally represented, and Kyle in puzzle chess.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so fun.
Can you talk a little about that? Because you were in the final.
It was kind of crazy because, I got into that tournament on the wait list. I didn't think I was very good at puzzle chess, funny enough, so I didn't even sign up. But then I saw some other puzzlers were going up to see what it was about, and I thought, I'll tag along. I'll see if I can get in. And then, 9 rounds later, I'm in the final after, starting with 400 racers. And I couldn't believe that.
That was so fun to watch last night. So it was you and it's Hannah. Was it Hannah Scott or Hannah? No,
It was Emily Chandran.
That's right,
in the
Emily
final.
Chandran.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking of Hannah Scott because I think she was from last year,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, Emily Chandran, and I mean it was close, but Emily ultimately was the champion.
It
the
was
puzzle
it was
chess champion.
intense. I was in the lead for I don't know, like the first third of it, but then she took it away.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably the most you've been watched by people because it was like the whole room was
And
all gathered
they
around
got
you.
a chant started. Yeah.
It started chanting chess, chess, and then it got faster and faster as you were getting close to the end, and it was so funny. I know we got video we're gonna be posting on Insta and all of that stuff, but it was just so fun to watch. So
That was a
congrats
blast.
on that.
Yeah, totally unexpected.
Yeah. Are you gonna switch to puzzle chess now, or are you just well,
Yeah.
this is my strong suit now?
This might be my last year with the normal stuff. It's just puzzle chess. Yeah, from here on out.
Yeah, no, that was super fun to watch. I had no idea that you'd never done it before, so that's amazing.
Well, see, I had done it a couple times before and thought I was not good.
Right.
But maybe that was the right mindset to go into. Yeah.
Maybe that's the key. You just can't have expectations, right? So are you a person, and so if you're not familiar on the stream, you've not heard of puzzle chess before, it's basically you have a 100-piece puzzle usually. You can do bigger piece counts, but that gets harder. You build out the edge, and then each person...
It's a duel.
It's a duel, basically. You use one hand, and you can place a piece in the puzzle, and then you hit a chess timer.
You're right.
That's whoever has the
so you're
most time at the end.
alternating placing one piece at a time, and then whoever wins is whoever took the least time. The least time altogether.
Do you see? One of the things I like about puzzle chess is when I'm playing with someone and I notice like, oh, they've planned, like they have the 3-4 pieces in mind that they know are going in next because they're like working on an area, and then I immediately switch gears and start working on their area. Were you doing that at all?
Sometimes that's the temptation, yeah. I mean, sometimes it works out where you're each kind of building your own thing and staying away from each other, but then if you start noticing what they're doing is a little easier than what you're doing, you start to encroach a little bit, maybe. But yeah, usually the challenge of it is that you have to attach a piece to what's already a part of the what's being assembled.
Yes, exactly.
Which goes against my usual style, absolute chaos.
Wow, yeah, we're just seeing finisher after finisher, I feel like.
There's Ashley and Maude.
Nice.
Maybe a missing
Shout
piece.
Out. That must have been. Yeah, there were a few of those yesterday. I think Nathan, right, had a missing piece. And
I heard a little bit about that. That's unfortunate.
It was so sad. We were watching and we're like, it's on your puzzle. It's right there. Oh, and there's Karen Puzzles. She's in this round.
Yep, her partner, Ewan. They're doing a great job.
Yep, at table 20.
There they are, 31 minutes even. And on the screen there is Taylor, one of our local Atlanta competitors who actually joined this competition as a fill-in. So somebody's partner came up with food poisoning and Taylor subbed in for them this morning. So
no way.
And look, they're doing a great job.
Yeah, look at that. Well, and I know there's some other folks, a lot of folks that got in on wait list or, last minute additions.
There was a long line for the wait list this morning. People were very excited to join the competition. So hopefully there may be a few more spots in the next round.
Yep. Oh, good job.
I think that was Trisha and Jessica.
Okay, we're going to have a special guest with us here for a moment. I'm excited to welcome to the desk Rachel from Ravensburger. And Rachel is one of the product managers, I think. Is that the right title, Rachel? And I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. Is it Pentelli? Yes. Okay, great. I don't know if we can hear you on the mic. You might have to hold it way up. And if it's...
Can you hear me now? Hello? Can you hear me now? I'm not sure if it's on.
There's Betsy and Brenna from Utah. Nice finish.
Hello?
Okay.
Okay,
yeah.
great.
Okay, so thanks for joining us, Rachel.
Great to be here.
Yeah.
I was very close to a lot of the initial finishers this morning here, so it's great to see.
Oh, I know. It went really fast, didn't it?
It did.
It's crazy.
It definitely did. Faster than I thought, actually.
Yeah. So I wanted to have you come on. We had talked about this a little bit this morning to talk about Shane Kohler and the artwork, because you kind of helped shepherd this process along, right?
Well, actually, this is all him, but this is a first-time puzzle, Ravensburger puzzle for him with us, and he's from Portland, Oregon, and this is his passion. The ecological themes with the endangered species, and flora and fauna with animals, and he likes to put a little whimsy in each. So here we've got like the little kiss with yellow. I don't know if that's a tang or whatever that one is, but kissing the turtle there. And his artwork is it's really, very much from nature, not only in the theme, but his style is, and his medium is like layers of watercolor on wood. So when you actually do this puzzle, you will see some wood grain in here in some of the lighter tones. Maybe not as much on the box, but when you're puzzling it, because when I'm looking at it on my big screen before proving everything, I could see all the wood grain through the lighter tones,
wow,
that are more
really?
transparent.
Yeah.
So that's a little different, and so he's an artist. I mean, I don't think we've published anything that was painted on wood personally. I have not,
okay.
So, and he was very excited to be part of this. So, but
well, I
he
hope
won't.
he
I don't know what
watches.
time. He's in Oregon, so I don't know if he woke up very early. I hope he
Right.
did, but he'll see how beautiful it looks on the live stream here. Like the colors are amazing, and the details that he put in and textures are hopefully enjoyed by everybody who's puzzling it.
Yeah, I mean, their reaction, this is
yeah.
Kyle and Matt, they pulled that out of the bag and were like, oh, yeah, this is nice. I like this.
Yes, beautiful puzzle.
Good. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
and-
actually very nice to work with new artists that haven't done puzzles before. Sometimes if they are doing something completely new for you, you're guiding them through like, okay, try not to get too muddy, make sure we've got a lot of saturated color, contrast, But his, after just seeing it as is, I said, no, like this is just perfect. We've wanted to do something newer with him, but this was just very timely for this competition, so we're excited to get him in here.
Well, and Kyle thought, oh, and you guys probably did this because the aquarium in Atlanta is so, and I was like, yes, that is correct, but no.
Well, we do usually try to work in some themes for where the location is, as you know, in the past. But I have to say that was pure coincidence. It was just for the beauty of it that wanting to get also some and trying to get different themes, throughout the competition is, I think, a nice thing too. So.
Well, you've been crushing it thus far,
Yeah.
Rachel. Like you guys, props to Rachel. She's the reason that you're seeing all these absolutely beautiful puzzles debuting at this year's nationals. We're so pleased. Everybody's been loving it all so far.
It's an honor, and it's always really nice to work with artists who care so much about the artwork and how people how they enjoy it at that piece level, because that's the thing. If someone's new, we're telling them, people look at this really close. So.
Well, I hope that Shane tunes in at some point and feels the love of all the
I hope
puzzlers
so
that are
too.
just thrilled with this image and absolutely. I think
thank you,
do
Shane.
develop a bit of a relationship with the artists in terms of like how much we, get excited about these puzzles.
Yes.
There's so many people finishing. Were you shocked at the finishes? I saw you were
Yes,
watching over here
I
right
was.
next to the tables.
I was surprised it was so close to 20 minutes. I don't know what it was, 21 or 22 minutes. But it looks beautiful when it's finished.
Well, we were making the point. I mean, I'm so amazed by, like, yesterday we heard this with Radina, and now you talking about this with Shane, that, like, sometimes you need to kind of work with the artist to encourage, like, detail that's going to make it work well for a puzzle. But these are just, like, ready-made, just like, here it is, and it ends up being the perfect thing for a puzzle image.
Right. I mean, and we do try to, we do seek it out, but once you know an artist has that talent, you know that you can count on that, some of the level of detail, as you know with Radina, hers with layers. When you really do puzzle these, you see the layers in her artwork, because I see that on my screen when I'm looking at everything. So that's actually really nice. It's different, that you're almost having like a different experience, that it's not just flat, something that, but, and of course, any kind of rendering that an artist does is always appreciated.
I thought, so we had a panel discussion last night, and Rachel was on the panel, and it was talking about trends in puzzling and puzzle production.
Yeah.
And I thought it was great. You talked a little bit about the difference between a puzzle that's challenging and a puzzle that's frustrating. Can you elaborate on that a little? Because I feel like that's such the right philosophy.
I don't know if this came from an experience that I had when I was young, where someone gave our family a 500-piece puzzle that was just all zebras, and my parents were like, "Oh, great, let's have a puzzle afternoon." And I thought it was the worst. I hated it, actually, because that was the capital F frustrating. And then someone gave us an M.C. Escher black and white, and if you know M.C. Escher,
Yes.
it's fantastic, but all his line work looks the same. Again, I thought, I don't really like puzzles. And then here I am years later loving puzzles, but knowing what I would want to do personally, you know, like definitely not black and white for me anyway. Or, you know, I love the color. I love saturated color. I think I probably tend to lean into artists that give you those kinds of tones, jewel tones, and, you know, contrasts and textures and things like that, just because it's just nice and fun to puzzle, you know?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, we won't be having any M.C. Escher puzzles here this
no
weekend.
MCS.
I think it's safe for me to say that, to spoil that for everyone, that you're not going to pull one of those out of the bag, or a black and white
I
puzzle.
should have trained them a lot less.
What were you thinking, Kyle?
Yeah, I
And
like
then
those. They're pretty cool. But
especially puzzlers at this level, they're so good. You know,
Right.
we do need to still challenge them. You know,
For sure.
Yeah, so
it's getting tougher and tougher to
It's
come
getting
up with
tough-
puzzles that will
yes.
challenge people to how fast they're getting.
Exactly. Someday you're going to end up with rubber ducks, everybody. Just be ready for that.
and I think we've done one of those before, but not for the nationals.
That's what I'm referring to. That was a choice option for Worlds one year.
Really?
Well, you could have the rubber duck puzzle, and it's just an image of hundreds of yellow rubber ducks, and I was like, do we want them to kill us?
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about here? But yeah, I do think, like, for me, I'm the same way. I mean, a challenging puzzle, it's a different vibe, right? And a lot of folks like to do that. I can't remember who it was we were talking to yesterday. I think it was Hannah Doyle, who said after this, she does a really hard puzzle because she wants a different vibe, or she'll do like a large format, like a 4,000 piece or
4,000
something,
piece.
because she knows she can't speed that. So it like kind of forces her to get out of that mindset and just go back to doing it as a relaxing activity. And I was like, that's a good idea, actually.
I know that is a good idea. I would never think that they would want to do more right after this, but you know.
We all want to do more. And I feel similar to Hannah. So I'm
Really?
looking forward to doing 2,000-3,000 piece puzzles when I get done with this, to have a little break for a little bit, you know?
Yeah, no, I think that's a great strategy to just kind of come down from it, right? Because I think if you're practicing and you're prepping a lot, every time you get that timer out, you get your space cleared, you're like kind of in that zone. And it's hard to get out of that
I mean,
you've been doing
we're
that
still
for
timing
months.
if it's a 2,000 piece, but, you know.
You are? Matt, you may have some problems. No, I'm teasing. but
Just for the data, you know.
it's just for the data. Yeah, exactly. I love the data.
I was just going to say, I also think it's interesting that sometimes what people initially think is challenging is sometimes, you know, they work through it. When we were in San Diego, remember we had Elspeth McLean's mandalas that was of the solar system,
Yeah.
and people opened it and gasped. And I was saying, you know, I said to her, now I know people will gasp, like, don't get discouraged, you know, because she was there and one attending. But she had specifically put, you know, made sure that all her patterns of mandalas were unique. So in the end, that timing was a lot less than many of the other 1,000 piece that we had in there. Yet you would think like, oh, that one's going to be easy for everybody here.
Yeah.
It was beautiful when it was finished, and they did do it sooner than I expected. So
Yeah,
you
no,
don't know.
you're exactly right. That was one of those that's like, once you're doing it, then you start to see it, really see it. It was one thing to sit in the commentary box and look at it on a screen and be like, that looks horrible. But when you're puzzling it, you're noticing, oh, but this one has a little red dot with a white dot and a bigger blue dot next to it. And then you start to see those patterns, and then it becomes much easier.
Right, and it was intentionally designed in that way. So when, you know, when someone's doing it from scratch for the competition and intentional like that, that is nice. But it was deceiving, and I think people were like, oh my gosh, how did Ravensburger give us this? You know.
So we have someone in chat wondering about availability. Of course, a lot of people are looking forward to get their hands on these. I think we heard next week in the U.S. Is there plans for a wider release in Europe and elsewhere?
Yes, because we are now, so many of our subsidiaries we are part of major competitions all over the world, of course Worlds, but this weekend is actually Germany's, and then we have the UK's, and we have Italy and Spain, the Nordics. They're going on everywhere. So we want to try to, especially some of the more prominent competitions, to have them widely available. So there's new strategies in place where we're going to be trying to keep them in their original packaging when we can. Sometimes some are would be part of a series that's already existing that might be converted in the next year. But for the most part, I think we're going to be trying to keep them in their packaging so people can kind of collect from, and have that memory of if they attended or whatnot. But yeah, these will be on sale in North America on our Ravensburger online shop on Monday. So, and then from there, other countries will be, opening them up.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I have kind of a funny story in that Allie went to, I think it was like in Seattle, she went to a bookstore and they had created an end cap with all USA Jigsaw Nationals puzzles on it. It was like shortly after the last Nationals, and she got so excited and she took a picture and she sent it to all of us. We were like, that is so cool. And then she went up to the people that worked there and she was like, so this is so cool that you're doing this, and I'm one of the organizers. And they were just like, like they, I think they were just like, okay, lady, we get it. Like, you're a puzzle nerd. Okay, cool. But she was just like, they were kind of clueless, I think, but they had just noticed that, the packaging's all the same, so let's put these together. But
oh my gosh,
it was a nice
funny
moment for all of us anyway to just see that, like, in a store, like all the puzzles together. Yeah.
Nice.
Like, we're so appreciative of the fact that you do that at all, because it just helps draw attention to the event and get
it's been an honor, really. It really has, working with all of you and then being part of this, because we've seen the growth and it's amazing. And this year we even have bleachers. How cute is that? There's bleachers. Not only are there seating, but there's also bleachers.
We actually posted a funny video on socials about the bleachers today. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't see it yet.
Mike made a little video about the bleachers, and he's very proud of it, of like showing lots of people sitting on the tiny, tiny bleachers.
Yeah, it's amazing.
No, we're just, you say it's an honor, but we're just thrilled. You're the best partners to work with, and it's just so much fun. And there's Leslie Mallory and Lisa Schuler, otherwise known as Sarah's mom.
Oh, really?
Just puzzling away. Yep, they're in there.
Nice.
Oh, and who is this? I missed their names. I couldn't see.
The table
Sorry.
number on that one.
I did see them wearing the sweet new Ravensburger merch that you guys have on sale at your booth, the shirts. I love them.
Oh, yeah, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, they were both wearing them.
Okay, it's great.
I am really going to be curious to see if we clear the room out at 1 hour and 15 with this puzzle. Oh, Kevin Collins, he's one of our year-round volunteers.
Are completed, yep.
And we love Kevin. Oh my gosh, he helps with our social media and our data, and it's him and Addie Anderson, so congrats to them. And we're back with Sarah's mom. They always put up her title as Sarah's mom. She does go by Sarah's mom loves puzzles or something on her Instagram handle, right?
Sarah loves puzzles mom. That's funny.
But
I call them like Leslie's the auntie and Lisa's the puzzle mom and Leslie's puzzle auntie.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh,
no.
they're missing a piece.
They
They got it.
Bag.
Yay!
Well done.
Oh, that's fantastic. I hope they advance. So where are we at in the results? Do we have
tough.
any?
At 40 minutes, we already had 42 finishers. So we still got 100 going through from this round, right?
Yep,
so
we have 100 going through.
We got some room, but they're coming fast and furious.
They are, yeah. So that's a great thing to point out. I don't even know if we've mentioned that. So we have 200 pairs competing in the room right now. There'll be another 200 in the next round after this. 100 from each advance to the final. So that's a pretty good ratio. If you're coming into this, and you're finishing in the top 100,
Right. Great compared to individual where you got to be top quarter, just top half today.
Yep. And that's table 70. And again, like, look at that. 69, table 69 finished, and then right after that, table 70 is going to finish. Again, a shout out to Heather for your amazing table assignments. So yeah, that's Amina and Courtney there. Getting so close to finishing. I like the name Mission Impossible. Yay!
Nice.
Congrats to them. I have noticed, and you may have noticed this on the stream, that none of the winners have come over to the live stream table, and sadly, it's because they all went across the hall to compete in another pair relay now in the casual comps room.
Wow.
So, but I will try to get some puzzlers that puzzled this to come over and join us here before the end of the stream. So let me work on that. And yeah, this is like so fun to watch.
Gee, I guess that happens more often than you know, missing a piece in the bag.
Okay.
I'm gonna think. Oh, okay. Now there's a lot more noise for these final finishers to be dealing with.
Right.
Huh?
A stark contrast from
Yep.
solos to this. Now you got people communicating and
Yep.
different atmosphere for sure. Still 25 minutes left. We've got, looking around, it looks like about half the pairs are finished, so there's a good chance we see almost everyone done today.
Okay, they've got a team over here.
All right. I had to do some running around, but it's all set now.
Okay.
And I want to thank Rachel so
you.
much for joining us and
Thank you
giving
for
us some
having me.
insight.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
and hopefully we'll see you again this
Okay.
weekend on the stream. So thank you.
Thank you.
And we're going to be joined by a couple of puzzlers that just finished.
So those two.
Hi, everybody.
It's the orange one.
Orange.
Oh, no, yeah, you could do, yeah.
It's our first time.
So can you test?
Testing. Testing, testing.
Testing.
Okay, they're good.
Okay.
All right, so we're joined with a couple puzzlers. We're so excited to have Amina, and I want to pronounce your last name right. Is it
Saphir.
Saphir.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Courtney
Bueller.
Bueller. Okay. I want to make sure I get these right because I'm terrible at pronouncing names.
It's
but
a
thank
lot
you
of
so
names.
much.
Yeah.
We just saw you finish, and I would love to hear how was the puzzle.
Courtney.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it had a lot of good colors and textures that you could pick out and sort. I think I liked the top of the puzzle the most. I was
Yeah.
calling that the sky of the ocean.
The sky and the ocean was a lot of fun to put together. That came together really quickly, and then the bright colors that really popped out were really fun. Like the sea blueberries that are in here were fun to pull out. The purple things. This was a really fun pairs puzzle. This was a really good puzzle for pairs. So I'm really
good.
excited to see what they get in round B. Yeah.
So are they. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Right.
I'm sure you are. I wonder if it'll be fish themed. Are you ready for fish? Are you ready to go under the sea?
We'll see.
It's not that, it's flowers, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's my luck, the flower curse, yeah.
Yeah, but a really enjoyable one.
1,000-yard stare from Val. No, I'm just kidding. No, we actually were wondering if it would work super well as a pairs puzzle because it's kind of busy. It's not a real clear divide.
yeah.
But you're saying no problem.
I think this one was, so we did pairs last year with the fish puzzle in the finals last year.
Yeah.
And that one just made it was so many little details everywhere. This one was a little bit kinder for me. This one was better for me. Did you like this one
I
better
agree.
than the one
This
last
is
year?
much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also this is the prelim.
It
who
is,
knows?
so I don't even know if we made the finals or not. I don't think we did, but I'm really excited for everyone who did. What was the first time finish? Tell me.
21
Oh my
something.
gosh,
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
so amazing. They make it look so easy, y'all out here. It's really challenging. So shout out to them.
How did you feel about your time? Because I think you guys were right around the 45-minute mark.
We ended up, I think, at 48-41.
Oh, 41.
I'll
Okay.
take it. I'll
Which is
take it.
around normal for us. I'd
Okay.
say, I want to say our best is 46-ish.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that was on the prelim puzzle last year.
Yeah, so we feel good about it.
So.
We're happy with our performance
Yeah,
here today.
especially for any underwater fish thing.
Yeah, unreleased.
Definitely happy to be under 50.
I'm proud of us.
I do like that this is different for an underwater scene and that it's so typical to have it be kind of dark. Like you have the kind of dark water in the background and then it'll be super bright in the foreground. But this whole thing is pretty bright.
Yeah, it wasn't, and even the pieces that are dark were so distinct that you were able to get to them really quickly and pull those out. And just like Courtney was saying, all the different textures of the different sea creatures, the jellyfish, the turtle, there was just a lot that your eye could focus on and go to and build out. So this was a really good puzzle for us. Yeah.
Kyle right away was like yellowfish.
Yeah, we got yellowfish done right away.
Yep.
We did, yeah. What would you do next, Kyle, after yellowfish?
I like the pink jellyfish at the bottom left. The yellow coral. Like I would go for yellows and pinks. But the nice thing about this, even the dark puzzle or the darker pieces, I think, are helpful. I mean, just because there isn't a whole lot of it, going for the black sections, those might actually stand out to me, which is
Yeah.
not usually the case.
Thumbs up to this puzzle, Val.
Yay! Yay! So we were talking to Rachel just before you came on, and she was telling us that this is the first puzzle that Ravensburger has done with this particular artist.
Okay.
Oh.
And it's painted onto wood. And
Really?
So she said when you look at it in real high res, like on a big screen, you can see the wood grain. But did you notice that, or was it not visible?
You
on the
can,
puzzle?
when you're in there puzzling, speed puzzling, you can hardly notice anything. Like, I'm gonna see pieces of this puzzle that I've never seen before when I try and I'm like, oh. Like the one we were doing yesterday, I'm like, there's 3 people in this puzzle. So you just, when you're speed puzzling, you're so focused on, doing a little piece that you don't even get to enjoy the fullness of the image. So that's a really cool thing though, Val, to hear. But no, I totally didn't pick up on that at all.
I love that you said that though, because there have been times when at home I'm like trying to pick out a puzzle to do, and I'm like, oh, I'll do this 1,000 that I did with the team because all I did was this tiny left corner, and so it's like a whole new.
It's all new.
experience.
Absolutely. Yep. Then this one will be the same for me when I do it by myself. I'm like, oh, this is here. This is over here. There's these green sea kiwis down in the bottom. I've named them sea kiwis. I'm sure there's some real scientific name for them. Maybe they're anemones or something. But do you know, Kyle? You're a smart guy. What do you think these critters are?
I don't know. You're really testing me here.
Sorry.
You should have gone to the aquarium.
Yeah.
We did go to the aquarium. Did you go to the aquarium while you were here?
Yeah, Kyle was like, oh, this is tied to the aquarium. I was like, well, we didn't plan that. But
Kind of, but not
cool.
really.
Yeah, right.
A lot of puzzlers went to the aquarium, so that's cool. Yeah. But we enjoyed it. We enjoyed it a lot.
Good.
Yeah.
I do have a question for all 4 of you. Do you keep all these puzzles? Do they have sentimental value, or is it like, no, I swap it immediately to get a new one I haven't done?
For me, there is, and I like to keep, everyone's got their table cards. I like to steal that and keep it in the box, and so I always have that memory whenever I open it.
I'm not as sentimental, but it's always good to have ones to rerun for practice. If you're coming to more of these competitions, it's. Of course, you can get new ones, but there's only so many new ones out there to get. It's always good to have a stable of ones. I just want to pull a 500 out of the closet and do it for training. So.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, I enjoy keeping all the competition ones. I think the logo on it especially sells me. It's very satisfying to see that lined up on the shelf.
Yes,
and
agreed.
See the different years and all those puzzles. So.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm trying to get as many copies of the puzzles as I can get because I like to share them with my friends who aren't here, who weren't able to travel to nationals. But the experience matters so much to me to have been here with all of my puzzle peeps and to have these puzzles. It's just memory. So I definitely keep all the puzzles. I almost don't even want to share them, but if someone really wants to borrow it, I'll let them borrow it. I'll let them borrow it.
Well, and I love it. You're both very blinged out right now in the puzzle gear.
Thank you.
You've got patches, stickers, puzzle leggings, the shirts,
Yeah.
like all the stuff. Are
Yeah.
you having fun with the whole vendor hall exhibitor stuff, connecting with them?
Can I just say, let me just take this moment to just say how much I appreciate the USA Jigsaw Puzzle Association putting this event on. This has been a magical event. The space that we have to puzzle downstairs, to get together with people, we're usually at a hotel trying to find space, trying to find a table. So just to have that space where we can go to after a competition is over, you got competition-sized tables to practice on. I just really, really, really appreciate all of the thoughtfulness that went behind making this a good event the whole way through. Not just the competition, but what do we do when we're not competing? We go and do puzzle chess, or we go and do build the big puzzle. There's just so much good stuff to enjoy in addition to seeing everyone here. So thank you very much, and thank you to the USA
Thank you.
JPA.
Thank you. That's
Really
Well
awesome
said.
job. Yeah.
Oh, you're going to make me cry.
It's really great.
No, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
I do think it makes a difference that we're all speed puzzlers.
Absolutely.
I mean, we know what we want, right? Like, you know, this is kind of our dream vision come to life. I think if we were to look at what we would have wanted to do from year one, this is it. It just took us a little while to get here,
Yeah.
right? We had to like build up the community. We had to get enough people. We had to get enough sponsorships. Like in money, it's expensive, right? To have this large of a venue, this much space. But yeah, this is the dream. Like for us to have all that space, like you said, for practicing.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta say, it was so funny last night because people were here. We closed at like 9 p.m.
Yep, I got put out.
Yeah, and we were feeling bad. We were all up here. We're like, oh, there's all these people puzzling down there, and I feel so bad that they can't keep going, right? Because everybody wants to keep going. But we go down there at 9, and puzzlers are so polite and such good rule followers. Everybody was like, bye,
Like, okay, we have to
don't
go.
worry, we'll get out of here. You know, like everybody was just so sweet.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a lovely community, so it makes
Absolutely.
it so rewarding
Yeah.
and satisfying.
100%.
Because everybody's so appreciative. So thank
Yeah.
you for that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Great job.
What are you wanting to pull out of the bag for the final? Because I believe you've advanced, right? You have to be
I
top
don't know.
100.
We don't know. We
you
don't know
guys
if we
know?
did or
See
not.
if it's updated yet.
We feel like we're pretty close on the cusp.
What did you say your time was?
48-41.
Okay.
You guys aren't in there, and they might be having some problems with the website at the moment.
Okay, yeah.
We'll
So let me
stay tuned.
see.
I have a feeling it's just going to be a super busy puzzle, and I'm just mentally prepared for it if that's what's coming out.
Yeah, right now they've got on here 89 finishers, but that was about 5 minutes ago.
Oh,
And so
Maybe we
it's
made
top
it.
100, so
Maybe
you
we made
should
it.
have made it, no
that
problem.
would be very exciting for
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
Is there something in particular you want to see? Is there a strength for either, like for your pair that,
I'm the sorter.
Yeah.
So if there's any sortable sections that I can sort out to her, because she's a stronger puzzler than me, so if there's anything that I can sort for her, that's how we optimize our team strengths. She's my border lady. She puts a border together, and I do some sorting, and then we just kind of go to town. I'm sure I'm not going to get a collage puzzle, because I would love to have a collage puzzle. Wait.
oh, now you
there's the
can
time.
see there the top finishers, so
Oh, my
you can
gosh.
see how close it
Caitlin
was.
and Hannah.
Yep.
Amazing job. Amazing.
It's a Hannah world.
Yeah, it's
Right
the
behind
top
them.
3 pairs.
Yeah, because you don't know what's happening when you're puzzling. So this is the first time seeing the results. Like I'm in nothing but awe at how amazing some of these puzzlers are, and the times I know that are going to come through today, tomorrow, in the finals, and when Connor gets out here. Like I'm really excited to see everybody puzzle. This is so exciting.
Yeah, and you can tell it's just so close. I mean, other that 129 gap, they're all within a minute of each other.
Yes.
It's just like super
is
fast.
amazing,
So
yeah.
from first place to 10th place, it's only about a 4-minute difference, which is
Yeah.
incredible
Yeah,
at just
that's
how
awesome.
quick all those folks were. We kind of made this point yesterday talking to Mari Black about how it's sort of, you know, once you get to this like front row, it's anybody's game,
100%,
right? It's like
100%.
it's what comes out of that bag and just how the dumping out of the puzzle goes,
Yep.
those few seconds they might save here and there. It could be any of these.
It could be
folks.
any little factor. The flip that day, how you're feeling that day. You know, did you get everything out of the bag? What you did,
Exactly.
but yeah,
Yep.
any little factor can make that difference. It's just seconds separating first and second place. So this is really cool. It's the Olympics of speed puzzling is what I've been telling all my friends this year.
Well, yeah, and see, they're even showing us like a little further down on the leaderboard. But I mean,
look. Hey, there's some of my Michigan friends. Awesome.
but yeah, I mean,
You gotta
What's
be
so
close.
crazy
It
about
is-
that
it
is
does look close.
89th is like at 47 minutes. I mean, it's like under an hour. We're at, you
Oh
know,
my gosh.
I think
the
we-
top 100 are going to be under an hour.
We didn't
Or
see if we made
did you
it or
see your
not.
name in there?
I don't think they
No, I
were
don't
on
think
there
we
yet,
did.
so
It
they
might
might.
have been 100 exactly.
But it could
if I
just be
thought.
they haven't entered it yet either.
Could
We
be,
always tell
could be.
people don't freak out because,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. It's been a
the
great
stuff can get
experience.
entered later and it's an earlier time. So,
It's been a wonderful experience. It's okay. If
well,
we
we
don't
will
make it.
be
hope
we will be
do,
rooting for you to make it
but-
in
Oh, we
there.
appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, there's another finish.
I hope everybody finishes. Have we had a puzzle where everyone's finished yet here at Nationals?
Not
Or
yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I
I'm
think
hoping
that-
for a magical
yeah.
puzzle where everybody finishes. That's the best feeling for me. That everyone can complete it within the time, because that's my goal. Just to finish within the time limit.
Yep.
I'm not the kind of person that pressures myself to, like, these people who sit up front, they have a lot of pressure that they put on themselves, and I'm just like, God bless you all, because I'm trying to have fun and finish within the time limit, because that's all I got. That's all I got. So I finished yesterday individuals. We finished today. I'm really proud of us. It's been a good
That's
experience.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Kyle, Matt, do you have a puzzle that you're looking forward to maybe getting, or do you have that mentality of we're going to love it no matter what? What are you
gotta
thinking
love
when you
whatever
go
you
into
get.
the final?
You know, I'm okay if I don't love it, but I would like to love it.
Yeah, I mean, just having it be a part of nationals makes it a special puzzle for me.
Aw.
You know, I'll be happy with anything. Yeah.
That was a very sweet answer,
I mean, I still do mandala puzzle from 2 years ago. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's cool
It's a hard one.
that came up in conversation today. And yeah, I don't feel like we've had any yet that have been the, like the gasp, you know?
I mean, I don't even always
Gasp at the
mind
skyline
those.
yesterday.
Yeah.
I think sometimes in these competitions you kind of get forced to make a certain difficulty level of puzzle, but I think it is kind of fun sometimes to see either really, really fast ones or more challenging ones, just to see something different, even though it maybe doesn't fit into the competition parameters as well.
Were you as kind of gobsmacked as we were yesterday that in the prelim D, Alice Rowe got the fastest time of the day?
No.
I mean, it's like, no, she's
No.
amazing. What do we?
Hello.
Of course.
It's Alice. Hello. No, I was in D too, and so to hear that sound, I was way over there, and to hear the cheer sound, I'm like, holy cow! How did it happen?
Yeah.
And I'm like halfway through.
I'll say.
So yeah.
Talked to a lot of other people, even in the front row in that round, who were pretty just kind of shocked at the time that she finished it and kind of thrown off their game by that.
Right. It was such a huge gap
Yeah.
between her and the next one, and that was, I think, what was so alarming. And in a way, for us, is we're watching and we're seeing all these people, and you think you've got a little while yet before we're going to start to see a finish. All of a sudden, they go back to Alice, and we're like, oh my gosh, you guys, she's got like 10 pieces.
Yeah.
It was insane.
She's
It was
amazing.
absolutely insane. I don't know what happened. It was like magic all of a sudden. People in the chat were like, superhuman? Like, what is happening right now? So, yeah. It was really incredible. Well, we wish you both the best of luck.
Thank you so
and,
much.
And
Thank you.
I'm glad to hear you're having an awesome weekend.
We are.
We will be watching. Can you tell folks where to find you? Because I mentioned to you yesterday, Amina has a sweet Instagram. You should go check it out.
Amina has the
Courtney?
best Instagram stories.
I'm Amina's Pieces on Instagram.
I'm Puzzled Twin Mama.
Now, can I just say thank you so much? Like, you've made my nationals. You've kind of made my life complete. I've listened to you for years here, and now to be here talking with you, it's just a dream come true. So thank you so much, everyone.
Oh,
Mic
thank
drop.
you.
Thank you guys for coming.
Yeah, thanks for
Bye.
stopping by. Have fun the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Oh, that's so sweet. You're right. She has the best Instagram stories. Love it. I don't know if I follow Courtney. I think I do. I have so many puzzlers, though, on here. They start to all, like, my entire
There
feed on
is.
Instagram is
And,
puzzling.
and I got to say, one of the great things you've done this week is put people's Instagram tags on their badges. So when you're walking around, you can either recognize their face, their name, or their Instagram tag, and then start to put it all together, which
Exactly.
helps a lot.
Yeah, because some people, it's like the name isn't part of their handles, so then you're just like, what? Oh, that's you? Like, that's crazy. Yeah, so much fun. Are you both pretty active I mean, I see stuff, and I know, Kyle, you do a lot of Twitch. Matt?
I come and go
What's
with
your
my
social game?
Instagram activity.
Well, Matt has a huge following.
I do have a
good
lot of
following.
followers, but mainly because I follow a lot of other people. You know, people post puzzles, like I'm interested in seeing them. So,
Well, what are your handles so folks can find you? Because I don't know if we've mentioned that for you either.
So my Instagram is Matn Puzzles, MATN.
So when it comes to puzzle, I mean, my main presence online is I stream on Twitch a lot. It's Kylko, KYLKO. Do a little bit on Instagram too. I have kind of a jig deal is my Instagram handle. I'm semi-active on there.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good name. I feel like we could see that as a team name.
Yeah.
Kind of a jig deal. That's a good one. Oh, so here we got table 128. We haven't been commenting on the action very much lately. Sorry for missing some names and finishes. That's Stephanie Gildenmeister and Sierra McPeak. Oh, they're going pretty fast there at the end. It is interesting. I have noticed a lot of people doing the turtle limbs, or, you know, what do you call them? Is it fins or legs for a turtle? I don't know. Fins?
I was having the same debate
That's
earlier in my
a good
mind.
question.
Yeah. Fins,
Any
maybe?
marine biologists out there want to give us some
This is why we
pointers?
need the chat.
Exactly. We were using the chat yesterday. Somebody said, I think it was when Karen and I were on, she was like, can somebody tell us how many are in a row straight across on a Ravensburger? Because we were wondering, like, with the gradient sky on Atlanta skyline, how many purple pieces that was approximately. It's 25.
Yeah, 25 by 20, so.
Yeah, look at you. Matt already knew. Of course you did.
Well, it's one of those brands that has exactly 500 pieces, which is always nice.
So that was table 199 that we just saw finish. So Christine and Kim. So congrats to them. Table 199, and they finished in the time.
Yeah,
So that's exciting.
Got 5 more minutes.
There are
not a lot of teams out there.
I was going to say, looking in the room now and seeing the space, there are not many people still going here. So we are getting close. Yep, 5-minute warning just went out.
It is funny.
Another one.
Yeah, with
185.
one piece in the bag. It is funny to me how often that happens. Just one piece out there somewhere.
Angela and Melissa, that just finished. Oh, look at this. We're going to see a lot of finishes in this last couple minutes, it seems like. Oh, I did catch their table number. Oh, I love the scarf. So according to the folks on the floor, there's maybe only about 20 pairs left that are competing right now. Yeah, it would be so exciting if everybody finished, but we'll see. I think that 5-minute warning really lights a fire under some folks.
It does. I know some people keep their timers on their table, so they're aware of their own time all the time. For me, it's not something I normally look at, so it's...
I mean, it's a distraction, right? It's just something that you might be focusing on when you shouldn't be focusing on.
Yeah, but maybe for some people, having that information kind of lights the fire under them as they go, you
You're
know?
right. There could be a trade-off there. Do you catch yourself watching the other pair next to you much, or are you good at
I do
tuning
not
that out?
ever look over, but in pairs it can be a little tricky when you're hearing the dialogue of the pair next to you.
It makes me remember, so Min and Emma, who will be your commentators in the next race, we shared a table with them in the finals last year, and it was polar opposites. We are so quiet, puzzling together, and they're so loud, and we both made comments about each other, I think, at the end. Yeah.
Are they trash talking? What are they doing?
No, they are the opposite of trash talking. They have the most positive communication that I've ever heard. So I mean, they're awesome. But yeah, it was funny. At one point, they were even commenting on, "Why are you guys so quiet?" We're like, we're in the zone right now, you know.
Right.
Should have reported them to the judges. Messing with your game.
No, but
That's funny. Yeah, it's really hard for me not to pay attention. Even at St. Paul Winter Carnival, when I purposely am I don't want to be by the teams that I know we're kind of evenly matched with, you know. I'm always let's go over there, you know, because I don't even want the temptation of just glancing behind me to see how they're doing. Oh, yeah, these guys are going to finish for sure. 131. Yep. That's Jody and Sandra. They're going to finish.
Yeah, they're doing great.
They're almost there. Oh, this is just making me want to puzzle so bad. Somebody said yesterday, why don't you have a puzzle at the desk? I'm like, that would be a bad idea. You would just hear silence for big, long periods of time as Val's just puzzling away.
Did you do any puzzles this week?
No.
Oh.
I know. You should feel sorry for me. I have not had a chance to puzzle at all for months. It's like once in a while as a board, when we were having endless meetings, we'd be like, should we puzzle during this so that we kind of like remember why we're doing all of it? It's just a nice little like dopamine fix, and then you're going,
exactly.
Yeah, this is why we do it. We love this thing that everybody's going to get to do. Oh, this is great. Look at their shirts. They're also going to finish for sure. They got about a minute to go.
Looks like,
gosh.
One more
Under
piece.
the chair.
Oh, awesome.
Perfect. Yay. Oh, you can tell they're just so happy. Like, they did it.
1 minute to go.
Yep.
Great job.
127. This is Julie and Deborah. Julie Headley, Deborah Wilson. Oh, I don't know if they're going to do it. I think they're not going to quite make it, but close.
Yeah.
So when they finish at 1:15, it's hands off the puzzle, and then they'll just count anything that's attached as counting towards the final like number of puzzles completed. Or it just needs to be together with another piece, even if it's just two kind of off to the side. But, oh, they're so close, though. It's like you want to give them one more minute because they would finish it if they had it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
There we go. Well, that was a really fun round, and I appreciate you joining me so much. This was so much fun.
Yeah, thanks for having us. It's been awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Good luck for the rest of the weekend. We're going to be watching you, of course, and hopefully we'll see you over here at the desk for some, interviews.
We'll see how it goes.
See, I don't want to jinx it. Sorry, I'll knock on wood, but yeah, it's just been delightful, and we loved having you here. So thanks everybody for watching. Our next prelim round is Pairs Prelim B. It starts at 11, and so we hope you'll join us again and for more puzzling. So thanks everybody.